My night runs into morning all the time, and through my phone I'm scrolling, bang my line. Off that drink it's hard to focus.
All right, welcome.
Like I'm always
Today
chosen
we have
by
an upgrade. We have a mic that actually records a little bit better. How are we sounding in there, bud?
Sounds really good.
Is it
Really
too
good.
high, too low, not enough?
I don't know.
No. All right, well,
It's just-
you should
it's
probably
good.
know this because you're kind of a film major, so
We're still
it goes
learning
hand
here.
in hand.
Whoa, what did you do?
That's just headphone volume, right?
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, you're
Things
good.
are good.
Okay.
Sounds a little. I don't know the word, but a little bit of that.
Yeah, that's about right. I'd say so myself. What's today's podcast topic?
So we asked you
It's the
guys
title, actually.
the podcast topic, and you guys chose top 5 Subaru mods. So we're going to be talking about the top 5 Subaru mods. I have not made a list yet, but I'm sure I can come up with it on the spot. So got one right now. So yeah, that's how it goes.
Shoot it.
No, you first, bud.
Okay. Well, we did, like you said, we did a poll about that. So it was top 5 Subaru mods or race cars versus stance cars, and that one lost. So that will be next time's thing. But it actually did get some good voting.
Yeah, can you move your knee? I don't like that.
So top 5 Subaru mods. Obviously, there's an endless list of stuff that you can get for the car, but for my car specifically, I think. Oh, this is
Are we
hard
both doing
'cause-
5?
No, we'll just do 5.
No, let's both do 5.
That's 10.
It's okay.
All right.
It's
5
top
things,
5 that I think are the top 5. You top 5 you
and
think.
we'll shoot back and forth.
And maybe top
I'll just-
3 out.
And you're just here. And you're just here.
I'll throw in some suggestions.
you can comment on our.
Oh, I
mods.
need to do my. If you guys are listening on SoundCloud, thank you. For those of you who are on YouTube watching this with the video, if you do not want to sit with your phone open and watch the video, or if you don't want to pay for YouTube Red where you can lock your phone, go follow us on SoundCloud so you can listen to the audio just by itself. And yeah, we haven't.
Thank you to all our SoundCloud listeners.
We haven't done a SoundCloud or podcast in what, like 4 weeks, probably a month. Yeah, probably a
I'd
month.
say about. We've been grinding on trying to just get legit content done. Of just vlogging and modding and stuff like that. So we've been busy on that. So that's that.
So my first mod that I would do, this is kind of tough because top 5 Subaru mods, it has to be something
lot
that's
of mods.
like mainly for that car.
Well, do you not have one yet? Because I got one.
I mean, yeah, go.
I'd say I'm not gonna rate it. We're just gonna say our mods.
Yeah.
So I'd say I'm gonna go brand specific here and say the Killer Bee oil upgrade.
Pickup.
Oh yeah, so you get the pan, the baffle, and the pickup.
Is that a 2.5 or does that work for a 2.0?
It's mainly a 2.5 thing. I thought that they had some stuff for the 2.0. Actually, I think you should be able to. Like it says it's for the 2.5, but it's just because you need the 2.5 pan. Because
Well, don't they
had-
give you a new pan
yeah.
if you
If you get their
buy
pan,
that?
baffle, and pickup, like it's like a whole package,
And that makes
and
it
it should
a
bolt.
2.5.
It bolts right up to the 2.0 too. Because when I bought mine, I had a 2.5 pan. So, pretty sure they both just bolt right up because it's like the same design. So yeah, I would say do that because that's a big thing of why a lot of Subarus spin rods or spin bearings, not spin the, you know what I mean, rod knock, spin a bearing, all that jazz. It's because the oil pickup, the stock one will fail because it doesn't have a lot of strength to it, so it breaks.
They said the welds are not the best.
Yeah, it breaks and it doesn't suck up oil. It's like sucking it through a straw with a hole in it. And then you starve your motor and you spin a bearing and get a good old rod knock.
Not
That's what
good.
makes a Subaru a Subaru.
I guess we should get this one over with. Top of that top 5, everyone will talk about the Cobb Access Port.
Is that in your top 5?
I mean, it is in my top 5 of like brand specific things.
Because do we want to give some of the viewers some insight into your life real quick?
Yeah, so
This
when
man's.
when we did the access port to my car, I have the only thing that's been touched within the car was a catch can and the fuel pump, and everything else, once we plugged it in, it asks you what you have done to the car. So I said those two things. It asks you if you,
but you know.
yeah. So it asks you like everything that you could have done to the car. So the list wasn't like long, but for the things that we did, I clicked on those, and what I was saying was that you're not supposed to run a off-the-shelf tune when you're constantly modding your car and you have intake and a downpipe and blah blah blah, the usual stuff. That's you're not supposed to run an off-the-shelf map when you have stuff like that, but since it was stock, I was running the stage 1 93 octane tune for it, and for the first, I would say, like week or 2 weeks, it was fine. It felt great. The only difference I could tell with the actual tune itself was it would spool or get to boost a little bit faster, so it felt a little bit more responsive, which was great. And then I went on vacation. This man was babysitting it, and then once I came back, there was, and this happened even like right before I was leaving for vacation, but the numbers for the fine knock and the feedback knock were starting to go a little bit, back and forth. So it, like, even before, I mean, when I had your access port in my car like last year, it didn't do anything. Like, whatever tune we had for that was fine.
Yeah.
And then once we put mine in, it was fine for a couple weeks, and then started acting a little weird, and I was like, okay, maybe it was just bad gas. That's what I thought it was at first. So I upgraded to Mobil 1 gas, and then ran that for a couple days, and still didn't see too much of a difference. So actually, the day I picked it up from you, we switched it back to the economy tune to like turn down everything like super low.
And then you uninstalled it later that day.
Yeah, so I ran the eco tune for a while, which it limits you to 6 pounds of boost, and you could really feel the power difference. It felt like there was nothing there, but so we did that, and by the end of the day, the car was reading a negative 2.8 on the, I think it was a fine knock, and that was the first time I actually felt a power difference when I saw the number. Normally when the numbers flash, you don't really feel anything, but it was actually like dragging and it wouldn't go. So I got home and I was like, you know what, I think the smartest thing to do right now would just be to uninstall it. So I uninstalled the entire thing, went back to the stock tune, turn it on, drive around, and it's perfectly fine. So what the plan is with that...
Perfectly fine.
No, it's fine.
Air quotes, perfectly fine for our listeners.
So we put it back to stock tune, ran perfectly fine. So the plan is I'm going to get all my parts in, install everything in the same time as well as the access port again, and then drive to get the dyno tune and have everything perfect from there. So basically that was pretty long, but like basically if you're using it, and the only reason I did use it with stock everything not getting dyno tuned yet was I was watching a bunch of videos on just like what people use it for, and a lot of the cars that they were installing it had lower miles, so I don't know if that makes a difference with my car having so many miles, but they're using it to kind of like break in the motor, getting it ready to have parts that are about to be put onto it. So I don't know if
in my honest opinion, I think for like motor break-in, that's even more special, where you wouldn't want an off-the-shelf tune. Like, that's even more like something you'd want like a even more refined tune on.
Yep.
Like, speaking from some experience, if any of you guys follow our buddy Calvin, if you don't, Calvin's Garage, it'll be in the description below. I was hanging out with him the other night. We were getting the S14 with the RB30 build ready to get started, and it was a whole back and forth process with the tuner, like, all right, do this, we're going to test this, and getting everything in order so that we could actually give it that first startup, like cranking it and just making sure everything was perfect. And he would tune it like as like it starts, like, and like the whole process before and after it starts of like just tuning it and getting it ready to take it down there to get the actual final tune. So I don't know. From everything I've heard, just never run an off-the-shelf map because, as you've heard from everyone in the world, like every car is different and every motor is different. Everything's going to run a different way. So you always want a tune specific to your build and to your motor, like is essentially what it is, because no car is going to run exactly the same. They might run similar, but,
which is what we've said always. Like always
So
stood
just-
by that.
I would reach out.
The access port you can use just for gauges too. You don't have to have a tune on it. Right?
No, you have to.
You have to have a tune.
I
I
was
don't know
trying to
what was
figure it
on
out.
mine. I can go back and look, but I thought there was a tune on mine where I thought it like had zeros or something. It was just like
That's what
just
I thought.
add it in like gauges.
Because when I had your access port for like at least 2 months, like before your motor was back in, nothing went
We
wrong
didn't put
ever.
a tune on it. We just like installed it.
No, I
Like
mean,
there, we had to put a tune on it, but it wasn't an actual tune. It just utilized the stock tune. So
one thing that was,
Yeah.
this is kind of turning into an access port talk, but one thing that I saw, that I was talking to you this morning, I think about, was this guy was tuning his car for, he ran 93, but ran a 91 tune. That way the octane level is always higher than what it's expecting, so it'll run better than if you put a 93 tune on it, and then somehow that gas is not perfectly at 93. So anyways, all right, next month. Now we're back.
now we're back.
At least for the YouTube.
For YouTube, sorry guys. So specific mod for what year model of Subaru, or just a Subaru specific mod? What are you going here?
I'll just do a general specific thing. So,
That's complete opposites, general and specific.
general specific. General Pacific.
All right. Jordan spec.
No, okay, so this is for all EJs, right? So, a air to oil separator.
Okay.
That is a specific, like, no
So
one
you're
else
saying
has
this
really
is not
heard.
for FAs?
I don't know.
I don't know much about the FA motor and if it runs as bad, I guess, as the EJ. But yeah, that's a good one. Air to oil. I'd say that and catch can, like obviously they're two of the same type of thing. But that's a good, I'd say, preventative mod.
Supporting
Preventative.
mod. It's
Yeah.
not going to gain you power, but it's going to clean.
It's not gonna hurt anything.
No.
You add it just for a good
And
safety feature.
I have the catch can on my car, which has, it's another supporting thing. It's not going to do anything except for keep everything
Yes.
clean that's going back into the intake. Because if you don't know, the dumb design that they have is that any of the oil that is blow by, correct? Anything that's like built up pressure in the crankcase is ventilated. Otherwise, your motor would just blow up. It would just be a bomb. So it vents out, and then it feeds that bad mixture back into the intake, and then your car sucks it back up again, which is completely like
It's
just
emissions.
stupid.
And so it cools off when it leaves,
Yeah.
and then it comes back when it
Yeah.
cools off, and then it.
So
You're just
burns
kind of
it
like
up.
burning it off.
Yeah.
the point of a catch can is it's a can in the middle of that line that just catches the bad crap, feeds back the clean air, and you're good to go.
You're pretty much just eliminating the burning it off factor. You're just catching that oil residue and
It's
discarding
real
it a
because
different way.
it's real because
much do
my
you have?
first week,
real.
it caught some crap, and then after that's been clean because of the cycle now.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, it
not
still
doing
should
anything.
collect some over time.
Yeah, but it
Yeah, because your motor's crap.
it should not. It should not.
How much do you have in there now?
Nothing.
You emptied it?
No, I've never emptied. It was like weird gunk stuff that was in there, and then that was it. We took the plug out, and there's nothing in there. And I was talking to Calvin about his. He said his is always bone dry too. There's nothing, which is good.
Yes.
Because you're not having any blow by.
So, next mod. I'm going to kind of have a broad mod here and just say fuel system for the Subaru. So, I'm going broad with this, saying that you should upgrade your fuel pump, injectors, and even rails if you can. And I guess even lines if you want to get all the way into it. I think that's a good thing because a lot of people say like everyone will go intake and downpipe first, and you'll end up like leaning out and over boosting and all that crap. So if you can get your fuel down, so then you're never going to be leaning out You might run a little bit more rich if you don't have a proper tune on it, but I would say just get your fuel system in check so that you are safe. You dig? Anyone else got anything to say on that?
Do you have to have a tune though for that?
Oh
right?
yeah. Well, injectors, yeah.
Yeah.
For rails, I don't think that's going to change anything. It might flow better, and pump is fine. You shouldn't have to tune, but I think it's good. Like they say, you don't need a tune for a pump, but I think if your tuner can almost like tune for your pump to like, I guess, utilize it to its maximum.
Yeah, it's being used, but it's not
Speed,
being used
you
all
know.
the way.
Would you get off your phone, boy?
I am posting our stuff.
It's all right. You can post it, but pay attention to our boys and girls, if there's any girls. We don't have girls. But.
There's probably a couple girls.
Next mod. Obviously.
Would you look at me? I just did one.
next
You have anything
thing.
to comment on my mod? Fuel?
Oh, what?
Fuel.
Comment
know-
on your mod?
Yeah. Do you have any comments?
I don't think he was listening.
No, I like the fuel.
Fuel what?
Well, you're talking probably about your fuel pump and your fuel rails and your injectors, and if you need a tune for injectors. I listen while I'm on the gram.
Well, which one? Out
I
of
just
all
don't
three of
listen
those,
when someone's actually talking in my
out
face.
of pump, rails, and injectors, what do you think is the most important?
Well, I mean, if you have huge injectors, when a stock pump, it's going to be starving.
Kind of comes in hand.
And if you have,
Well, I didn't
and if
ask
you
you
have
to
a
criticize
big,
it. I said, what's the most
if you have a
important?
big pump and tiny injectors, then it's going to
There's
be
no point.
clogging in the middle.
Well, there's no point of a big pump then. Because
You're
what
not
is
gonna,
it doing?
You're not going to be clogging. You're going to have, like, if you have a big pump and small injectors, you're going to always have plenty of fuel to feed your injectors.
Yeah, but then it's
Which is, what do you mean?
but
it can
can't-
flow
it can't
quicker.
Spit it out.
That's not how it works. It's not
It
like you're
is.
shoving it at it.
Yeah, that's why you upgrade your injectors, because it's a bigger hole that flows faster.
Sure. All right. Next
Do you
one.
not understand what
No,
I'm
but
saying?
okay.
I get it, but it's not going to be like shoving it at it too quick.
Okay.
It just goes.
Yeah.
One
But
other
that's
thing
not
is,
shooting out.
you got 2 fuel filters between your pump and your injectors. Most cars do. Replace your fuel filters because that will slow down the flow of fuel.
So
Most people don't.
Recommendation: if you're buying a fuel pump, buy it as a kit.
Yeah. And hardware. Get
Don't
new
be
hardware.
like this kid.
I just didn't buy the adapter, not the kit. I have
And you
the
needed
kit.
new screws too.
Well, you
'cause
bought
those
a
screws
pump
get all
and then you like
gummy.
returned your pump and then you bought a kit. I don't know. It was weird.
No,
You did it the weird way.
I just didn't buy the kit at first.
Just buy a kit so then you can replace everything and have it be
at one time.
seamless.
And replace your bolts if they rusty.
Okay. All right.
Just
Next
to
mod.
get
Next
the
mod.
bolts.
Next mod.
Next mod, I think, would be for the EJ20, a catless up pipe. And why is that? That is
Well,
because
you mean just for a WX?
when EJ20 is a WX.
No, well, because the newer WXs were EJ255s.
Do they have a catless up pipe? I think they have a catless
I think
up pipe.
all of them.
You said
I don't
all
know what
STIs
year they.
had-
I don't know
All
what year they
STIs
changed
have
it, but
catless
all
up pipe.
STIs are catless up pipes.
Up, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the reason for having that, which I
You learned this
don't know that.
I got it from Kid. He
Yeah,
taught me about
so
it.
you have a cat that's on the intake side of
Your turbo.
no wait heat side. Anyways, it's before it's going to
It's on the cold side of
receive
the
back to the turbo.
Yeah.
So basically, when your cat goes bad at however many miles your car is, which is what I'm about to replace anyways, if your cat goes bad and particles start to go, you're basically shooting shards of metal into your turbo. So then you have to replace your up pipe
And your turbo.
your turbo and wherever else those shards of metal went.
Mm-hmm.
So catless up pipe is the way to go. I don't know why.
Is the way.
I don't know why the car even has that. Because is there any other car that has a cat right before the turbo?
No, because it's a
I wouldn't
boxer.
know.
But why does it matter?
It's got to go back up, right?
Yeah, but you can just have a catless up pipe.
I don't know why they
It's
went catted,
emissions.
but the STI.
But the
though.
STI is catless.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think his SDI is in a different class or something.
We're not gonna bicker
That's
about
very
it. It's a good one. Two things about that is so get a catless because you don't want your cat blowing up into your turbo. And second, also learned this from our boy Kid, the sensor that is in your up pipe, I don't know which one it is, but trim it because it pretty much does the same thing. Yeah, I pretty much like chopped mine.
Wait, which end? I mean, like
The actual
probe?
sensor end, yeah.
I remember what you're. I know
Because
that.
with all the like stuff flowing through there, that's gonna get worn and torn, just
it
like
burns it off.
the cat would.
Yeah.
So he said the same thing will happen to that. Like that will happen to the cat is eventually when that sensor like goes bad, it'll just break off and it'll go up into your turbo. So either delete that sensor or just trim
just
it because
delete
I
it.
trimmed it and it's like barely sticking in there at all, and I haven't gotten a code for it. So
Good. All right, your turn.
Jesus.
Do you have a mod?
For a Subaru?
Sure.
Buy an Evo. Swap it to an RB. Shout out Calvin.
Wow. Not really.
We should have done that for your car.
Dude, I still kind of want to. That'd be super cool.
You know what you like for Subarus? You like hella horns.
I don't really actually.
I wouldn't
know,
consider
it's
that a
a joke.
mod. That's like it's a mod, but it's aesthetic and well, I guess it's functional also. But
Yeah,
it's
beeping off people.
it's
so
I
stupid.
feel like we're going motor mods here because aesthetics. That's just everyone's personal. preference.
That's too personal.
It'd be like saying wing stiffeners.
Yeah.
Like not everyone has a wing.
Right. That's why that's a Subaru thing.
Am I gonna
Stiffies.
recommend that you get stiffies?
To my Subaru,
Yeah.
I'd have to buy an STI wing first.
Exactly. That's why I'm not recommending that. We both
all-
have the same platform. That's why I'm recommending
Okay.
engine mods.
Okay.
Whew. Hold on, I gotta take a break from. I feel like I'm talking really loud. I
That's
can't
fine.
like hear.
Only you talk too quiet. Keep those
Yeah.
headphones on.
Put those back on.
Jeez, I feel like I'm screaming.
That's all right.
Hold on, let me look at my car real quick. Think of a mod.
I'm trying to think of one too.
Junkyard.
I would say brakes is another one.
Wow.
Brakes?
Yeah,
Brakes
it's
is a good
for our
one.
WX boys.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, hold on, you guys and your table.
He's like,
pushing.
oh, motor mods, brakes.
yeah.
Sick, dude.
I'm jumping on that
Sick.
train. That's a great idea.
I was
For
just
all our
like,
boys-
yeah, wing stuff, which is generic. Brakes. It's for like every car.
What is?
Well, yeah, every car needs brakes, but specifically for a Subaru, like what I want to do, I want to upgrade to the STI brakes for our year, which are Brembos, and they're that cool gold. They're that sweet gold color with the red Brembo lettering. It's dope.
Expensive.
JDM, bro. Not really. It's Subi spec. I don't know. I think it'd be good because Jordan and I actually have talked about this before. Our cars are light. They don't need the biggest brake setup in the world. And just upgrading to that nice Brembo setup that was stock. So you can have the sweet stock fitment without having to mess around with like, I need this size wheel to fit this, and all that. Just go with the stock setup of the Brembos that the STIs came with. And you have plenty of stopping power. So that was a great idea. Good on you, mate. That was good. I
tried.
really want to get on that.
He needs to paint his.
So the best Subaru mod is a JDM caution signal button.
I don't
It's
think.
red
I mean, yes,
instead of black.
but that's only really for ours. Like the new ones, they're all red.
Wait, does it do the 3-click things then?
What?
Wait, turn signal stop?
No, the
No,
caution.
it's just the hazard.
Oh,
Hazard
caution.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
always broken, you have to use it so often?
No, I agree. That's a good aesthetic mod
Well, I do have to
Versus
use it so
having
often
the
because I
gray-
beat you in races.
That's
versus
never
having
happened.
the stock one, which is gray with a red triangle. Having the red button with the white triangle looks much better. Our buddy Ian has that in his car.
He was surprised that we even noticed that. I was like, hey, JDM.
I
He's like,
noticed
nope,
that shit.
no one else knows. I'm like, yeah.
I noticed it. I want that. It's all like $30 though, which I think is a little ridiculous just for a button. But whatever. Doesn't even like change the lights.
Straight out of Japan, bro. It's freaky.
Oh, and your power
JDM.
folding mirrors.
Dude, I want power folding mirrors.
We have power folding mirrors.
Yeah,
There's an
so
option.
right for anyone that has probably 03 to 07.
It's 02.
Oh, 02, yeah.
Actually,
02
it's
to 07.
2000 to... What's 02 to 07?
Okay.
Okay.
We all got the point here. Where the thing is for your mirrors, if you look at that, there's a little blank behind the little square that adjusts the direction of the mirrors. Why are you going over here? It's in the center
they
console.
here?
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
about
they
cars
are.
at
Yeah.
work.
You got switch the sides, and then you got
Yep. Yes.
adjust it, and then just
Same
the
with
blank.
mine.
The
Yeah.
blank is the power folding mirrors.
I thought the blank was the center diff thing.
No,
Since
that the
when?
center. So the center diff is where my heated seats are. So that's why the STIs weren't a premium. It was because where the heated seats are is turning on the center diff control, and then the little wheel that adjusts it. So you can have it more towards the front or more towards the
Cars
rear.
are so cool. Can make it rear wheel drive or front wheel drive or
No, I mean you can't make it completely rear wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it like 25% front still?
You can just have it more biased towards one or the other.
Oh, so it's not a percentage.
Well, you can do donuts basically.
Yeah, sure. Can we get a real mod from you? That doesn't. I don't think that counts.
A JDM
Button.
button.
That's
That's cool.
That's
cool.
like a aesthetic thing.
It's a button.
That's
But
not a
It
mod.
was specific for that car.
How
What about
about
suspension?
How about
That's
STI
general.
swapping and getting the actual 6-speed and center control diff and stuff like that?
You got it, bro. It's all you.
That's expensive.
I'm sorry for anyone that has the STI because this isn't giving you anything. We're just going from our WX perspective of upgrading to STI parts.
That's what you said for the brakes too. So you're on a roll for STI parts.
It's great for the WX boys.
You're like,
I could even go
Yeah.
back to engine mods, get an STI turbo.
you should actually.
You already have one.
I know.
We should actually like plot out how much it would cost to make your car a true STI and see if it's worth just buying an
I'm-
STI.
I'm looking at it. It's definitely worth just buying an STI, but
Yeah.
built, not bought. You did.
Well, you're just building it to a higher OEM standard.
Wow, get out of here.
Respect.
Or like the STI at Street Scene. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Amazing.
If you haven't seen that video,
I can even respect that.
it was nice. That guy had a lot of the
Was it Blauby?
It was
yeah,
so
Lava
clean.
STI, everything.
What
pretty
color?
mu- Silver, just like mine, but actual clean silver.
It was so clean.
He said, I think it was either his taillights or no, it was his headlights because he had the JDM STI headlights. He said they were $1,200 a piece.
Are they glass?
I don't think so.
Huh?
Wait, what?
So $1,200 for one headlight.
Why would you even do that?
JDM, bro.
Yeah.
That's literally what he said.
$1,200?
He was like, it cost me $1,200 to get each light.
Was this man rolling in money? Obviously.
He was a judge in the show.
Yeah.
Was it like all OEM STI?
It was stock. Oh, except
No,
for exhaust.
like he
Oh,
had
yeah.
a Borla exhaust. I thought
No, Magnaflow.
Magnaflow.
And
Other,
it actually
other muscle company.
It actually
really
sounded good.
good. Yeah.
Really good.
No, I what I loved about that car a lot is he had a lot of the cherry blossom like accents in it.
A Pink Squad.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Off subject.
how many mods have we done?
I don't know. I
3.
think we're on 3.
Oh wow, we're not good at this.
No.
All right, all right.
Continue on.
Well,
continuing on with your
Subaru mod?
6-speed, you're also going to have to swap out your wheels.
Do you have to swap out your axles
Yeah.
You swap out the axles, but
and your center?
what's
drive
special
axle?
for our year is you don't actually have to swap out the wheels because
Oh,
our
it's
year's the
over
only
STI.
year
That
that had 5x100 STI wheels,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool, but
Really?
also- yeah, weird, right?
You can keep the hubs and everything.
You know, that's a personal thing I want to do. I want to swap the hubs because I feel like there's more options for a 5x114, and
Yeah, there are.
I like running.
That's so weird
that
because I
pattern.
feel like just a 100 number would be easy to look at.
You'd think so.
114.5. Are you serious?
No, 3. I
Who
thought.
made that up? It's 4.
1.5.
It's 0.5.
3.
It's 0.5.
Might be 0.5. I don't know.
It's probably 0.4.5.
Point.
Closer to 5.
Wow.
Is this your Coke?
I'm a tailgater. Apparently.
I'm
You're a friend.
I'm a friend.
You're just a friend.
You're
What are
just a
you? You're a Capri
Respect
Sun.
the pouch.
Wow.
All right.
That just happened.
Let's talk Subaru mods, man. Hold on.
Connect.
It's like dial
I
up.
can't focus when you're saying connect.
Connection. Sweet.
I gotta think of something good. I don't want to just throw out a basic mod.
I got one. No, that's stupid. We've been doing this the whole time. It's another STI plan.
All right. How about
In
this?
conclusion, just buy an STI, you stupid WRX owners.
Just save
Yeah,
the money
just get
and
an
buy
STI.
STI.
Because your whole life you're gonna just be getting STI parts as upgrades, and you could have just bought the STI.
It'll make
But
you feel good, though.
How about this? For if you have an STI, we all got top mount intercoolers. Upgrade your top mount intercooler. There you go. You don't. If you're a WRXCI, you can upgrade to the STI.
That's where they're flipped
intercooler.
up, right? Wait, what are those?
That's a Verticooler
Verticooler.
by Process West, which those are pretty dope. Check them out if you haven't heard about them. I kind of want to get one.
I think it looks stupid, though.
It does. I think it looks stupid.
Gosh, you guys are such haters.
Sorry,
Just because it's
don't-
different.
No,
It's different.
It's
but
functional.
different, but I hate it.
But you may as well
I mean,
just
it's
buy a front mount.
interesting.
Not really.
Yeah.
No, I
Because
kinda like
you're
it up
still
there,
getting the
actually.
heat from the heat soak.
Well, think about it. Like,
That's why you have a hood scoop, though.
yeah, that and like all the extra piping you're gonna have to do just to do a front mount. If you're not about that life, you can just do a vertical.
That's another thing I was talking to Kid about. He was saying do front mount because of the density of the air and it's not going to heat soak, blah, blah, blah. You said just do it. But if you want
Unless
to
you're a
spend
true
the
rally
exact
driver,
same,
then you keep the
yeah,
top
if you're
mount.
rallying the car, then you want top mount.
So I'd just say upgrade your top mount because it's a cool mod to do and
Literally.
cool. Cool it down a little bit more. Yeah. Your turn.
4. Last one. Go.
Just think about our block real quick. What else can we just add that's real important?
Sleeved.
Whoa.
Pulling out the
I feel like-
big guns.
Are we going hardcore with that last mod?
We're going very expensive.
All right. Let's talk about it.
So sleeving a block is basically exactly what it sounds like. There is metal sleeves that they'll put into your, your
cylinders?
Yes, that's what I was
You
about to
get
say.
it-
Pistons.
You
but I
get
was
it
like,
bored
that's stupid.
out, and then they press a sleeve in, and obviously because that sleeve's a layer of metal, you bore it out first, so then you can fit it back in with having your normal size that you need, like whatever size that would be, whether it's like, I don't know, the size for a 2.0, size for a 2.5, whatever you want it to be at.
Might as well do a 2.5, but yeah.
Might as well, unless you have a 2.5. Then
So what they would do is they actually bore it out to like a 2.8 or something, because then
if
you
your
have to
if
go
your
back
sleeve's
down.
that thick,
Yeah.
yeah. Usually they don't look usually like that thick when I see them, but I don't know.
You don't see them that often, actually. It's very expensive.
I've only
to
seen
do.
them in videos.
You gotta look it up, though. It's actually really cool.
Very
The
cool.
process behind how they push them down to the cylinders and everything.
And what I've heard is like it's important because you're really getting rid of that OEM stuff, like just the anything that could go wrong with the stock block. Whew, you're getting rid of.
You are blowing up over there.
Yeah, him
Wow,
too.
let's not use that word. You're getting rid of that unreliableness and putting in a new sleeve. And then if anything does happen to that sleeve, you can take that sleeve out, put a new one in.
Instead of the whole new
Obviously,
short block.
easier said than
Yeah,
done,
it's
but
not that easy.
I got another good one.
That was
This
5,
is-
so...
no, we're
we're
still
at
going.
4.
We're at 34 minutes.
No, we're good. The last thing that I think is kind of cool for the 2.0s is, what you were almost going to do, is a hybrid. 2.5 heads and a 2.0 block. So if you're,
Other way around, isn't it?
I mean, you can do both. Well, you can do a 2.5
Actually-
short block and a 2.0 head, which makes no sense because you may as well just get,
No, I think that's what it is.
yeah, it's a 2.0 short block with 2.5
No,
heads.
No, it's a 2.0 or 2.5 block. with
Because
2.0
doesn't
heads.
Ian have a 2.0 block with 2.5
No, he's got a
heads?
2.5 block that he bored
Then
out.
Why
even
don't you
more.
just get 2.5 heads at that point?
It's
'Cause at least
it's
the
a
heads you
whole
can just take it
thing
off
to
and put
do
back on.
with power.
Right, okay. Anyways,
I
hybrid
mean-
setups are pretty cool,
Yeah,
but you know, I think you know.
yeah. Because I remember that's what I was thinking. I was like, I already have the 2-liter heads because it was a 2-liter. If I bore my block out to 2.5, I can make it a hybrid build.
Surely.
Yeah, which I didn't do. I probably could have just done that. Then we would avoid this whole mess. I'd probably be driving a much faster car than I am now. But
Rip. You
Rip, you
learn.
live and you live.
You learn.
you live and you learn.
You live. All right, thank you guys for watching this podcast, whether on YouTube, SoundCloud, or wherever we put this thing. Please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Wicked Street Media. And also on SoundCloud as Wicked Street Media. And Instagram
Wicked Street Media.
as Wicked Street Media. And Twitter
As
Wicked Street
Wicked
Media.
And check us out on Wheelwell as Wicked Street Media.
Yeah, even though
We really don't use that, but it's
Yeah.
a great platform that we should utilize more.
kind of fun if you're really into
It's
it.
cool to show off your mods and then to connect with other people that are modding their cars.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Let us know if you like this mic setup better. Obviously you do. Goodbye.
Way to not plug the website, you idiot.
Oh, we're back. We're back. I
Make
forgot
sure to
that
check
thing
out our
didn't exist.
website, wickedstreetmedia.com. You can buy stickers, you can learn about us, and you can,
Contact us.
Can you? Is there a contact section?
There is.
Go straight to this
Contact us and either buy a product or use us for a video or a photo shoot. It'll cost you.
guy. Thank you guys for
It'll be
watching.
totally worth your time though.
See you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.